Just when we thought the electric vehicle revolution had won the race, Cummins drops a bombshell that could change everything. A new clean engine, so advanced, so disruptive, it threatens to shake the very foundation of the EV industry. Is this the beginning of an unexpected comeback for combustion technology, or the end of electric's dominance? For over a century, Cummins has been a global powerhouse in engine innovation, but this time, they aren't just improving efficiency, they're rewriting the rules. According to the company's CEO, this revolutionary clean engine is designed with one mission in mind: to rival EVs on cost, sustainability, and performance. Unlike traditional diesel and gas engines, this new system runs on carbon-neutral fuels, slashing emissions to near zero while still delivering the raw power that Cummins engines are famous for. Imagine trucks, buses, and heavy-duty machines running as clean as electric vehicles without the range anxiety, expensive charging infrastructure, or battery shortages. This is where things get fascinating. For years, EVs were seen as the only clear path to a cleaner future. Governments poured billions into charging networks, and automakers bet their entire future on batteries. But Cummins' new breakthrough challenges that narrative. Suddenly, fleets of long-haul trucks, construction machines, and industrial vehicles could switch to a solution that's clean, powerful, and doesn't require a massive rebuild of global infrastructure. For the EV industry, this isn't just competition, it's a potential disruption. Could this technology delay the full electrification of transport? Could it even make some EV plans obsolete? And the implications don't stop there. With supply chain issues haunting the EV battery market, lithium shortages, rare earth dependency, and soaring costs, Cummins innovation arrives at the perfect time. Countries struggling to adopt EVs because of weak grids or expensive charging stations now have a new option. A cleaner engine that's not only sustainable but scalable. This could completely reshape the global race for clean transport. So, is this the moment the electric revolution meets its fiercest challenger? Or will EVs continue to dominate while Cummins fights for a slice of the future? One thing is certain, the clean engine era is here, and the battle for tomorrow's roads just got a whole lot more interesting. Behind this breakthrough is not just clever engineering, but a bold vision for the future. Cummins has designed this clean engine to be fuel-agnostic, capable of running on hydrogen, biofuels, or synthetic e-fuels. This flexibility is a game-changer. While EVs are tied to electricity and batteries, Cummins' clean engine can adapt to whatever clean energy source becomes most viable. Hydrogen infrastructure, biofuel production, synthetic fuels powered by renewable energy. The engine can handle them all. This isn't just technology, it's a strategic masterstroke. It gives industries the freedom to choose what works best for their region, without being forced into one narrow path. Unsurprisingly, the auto industry is watching closely. Some EV advocates argue this is nothing more than a last stand for combustion engines, doomed to fail against the unstoppable rise of electric mobility. But logistics giants, trucking companies, and governments struggling with EV adoption are already showing interest. For them, Cummins may have just unlocked a clean alternative that actually makes sense for heavy-duty transport, a sector EVs have yet to conquer. And that leads us to the big question: could this technology spark a parallel revolution? One where EVs dominate passenger cars, while Cummins clean engines power the heavy lifters of the global economy? If so, the future of clean mobility may not be a one-horse race, but a battlefield of competing technologies, each fighting for relevance, dominance, and survival. Governments worldwide are now caught in a dilemma. For years, the narrative has been simple: go electric, or be left behind. Policies, subsidies, and mandates all pushed the EV agenda forward. But with Cummins' clean engine now entering the picture, that certainty is cracking. Policymakers are starting to ask, should we bet everything on EVs or diversify our approach? Countries that struggle with unstable power grids, think parts of Africa, South Asia, and even regions of Europe, suddenly see a practical path to reducing emissions without waiting decades for EV infrastructure to catch up. And that could completely rewrite the global transportation map. Investors are paying attention too. EV startups that once looked unstoppable now face serious competition. Imagine a logistics company debating whether to invest millions in electric trucks or simply switch its fleet to Cummins clean engines and achieve the same sustainability targets, with less risk. This is more than an engineering feat, it's a market disruptor. The stock market is beginning to speculate, auto giants are recalculating their strategies, and the EV industry feels the tremors. And while all this unfolds, another battle is brewing on the global stage. China, the undisputed EV manufacturing superpower, sees Cummins' move as a direct challenge. The US, already racing to protect its auto sector, may now rally behind Cummins as a symbol of American engineering resilience. In this clash of technologies, the question isn't just about engines or batteries. It's about economic power, national pride, and who will dominate the clean transport revolution. Tesla, BYD, and other EV leaders aren't ignoring this. In fact, insiders suggest these companies are already preparing countermoves. Tesla is doubling down on next-gen battery technology, from solid-state batteries to ultra-fast charging, aiming to widen the performance gap before Cummins' clean engine gains traction. Meanwhile, BYD, backed by China's industrial might, is rumored to be working on hybrid solutions that merge the best of both worlds: electric drivetrains paired with alternative clean fuels. The message is clear: the EV industry isn't about to surrender its crown. Instead, it's gearing up for a showdown. And this is where the real drama begins. Both sides are racing against time. Cummins needs to prove scalability, showing that its engines can be mass-produced affordably and deployed globally. EV makers need to prove sustainability, ensuring battery supply chains can withstand demand without devastating environmental costs. It's no longer just an arms race, it's a battle of credibility, economics, and trust. And caught in the middle of this are consumers. Drivers, businesses, and governments now face a dilemma. Behind the scenes, powerful alliances are quietly forming. Cummins isn't moving alone. Energy giants, once seen as relics of the fossil fuel era, are now eyeing partnerships to supply hydrogen, biofuels, and synthetic e-fuels at scale. Imagine ExxonMobil, Shell, or even renewable pioneers like Ørsted teaming up with Cummins to create a new ecosystem, one where clean engines run on sustainable fuels that could be distributed through existing networks. This kind of collaboration could speed up adoption dramatically, cutting down the decades-long timeline EVs require for full global rollout. Meanwhile, governments are quietly choosing sides. Some, like Germany and Japan, have already shown strong support for hydrogen and alternative fuels. They may view Cummins technology as the perfect bridge between today's infrastructure and tomorrow's net-zero goals. The future of transport may no longer be about a smooth transition to electric power, but about a high-stakes conflict between competing visions. Each backed by nations, industries, and billions of dollars in investment. The real battleground may not be in Silicon Valley or Beijing, it could be in Africa, South America, and Southeast Asia. These regions often lack the expensive charging infrastructure that EVs demand. Power grids are unstable, electricity is costly, and the idea of deploying millions of charging stations is unrealistic in the short term. But Cummins' clean engine offers them a shortcut, a way to leapfrog into a greener future without rebuilding their entire energy system. A truck in Nairobi or Sao Paulo could run cleanly on hydrogen or biofuel, while an EV in the same region might struggle to find a reliable charging station. In this context, Cummins' breakthrough isn't just innovation, it's empowerment. It gives developing nations a seat at the table in the global transition. And that shift could redraw the economic map. Instead of relying solely on lithium-rich countries for batteries, nations with abundant agricultural waste, renewable energy, or hydrogen potential could suddenly rise as clean fuel exporters. Imagine Brazil leading the charge with biofuels. Imagine African nations harnessing solar energy to produce synthetic fuels. These possibilities could create new global leaders in the clean energy economy, leaders who might partner with Cummins rather than the EV giants. What we're witnessing is more than a technological competition. It's a clash of futures. A world fully electrified, powered by batteries, with cities wired for EV dominance. On the other, a diversified ecosystem, where clean engines, hydrogen, and synthetic fuels coexist with EVs, each thriving where it makes the most sense. In a twist no one expected, Whispers are already circulating about surprising collaborations. Automakers who once swore loyalty to EVs may quietly hedge their bets by partnering with Cummins. Toyota, already a pioneer in hybrid and hydrogen technology, could see Cummins' clean engine as the missing piece of its long-term strategy. Even Tesla, though fiercely committed to batteries, might one day explore hybrid solutions for heavy-duty applications where EVs still face challenges. After all, in the high-stakes world of global transport, survival often demands adaptability. So where does this leave us? Cummins has thrown a bold challenge onto the table, a clean engine that could rewrite the future of transportation. EV giants continue to push innovation at lightning speed, determined to keep their crown. And governments, industries, and consumers now stand at a crossroads. Will the future be fully electric? Or will we enter a new age where engines and batteries coexist, each powering the world in their own way? The race is far from over, and the next decade will decide not only the fate of Cummins and Tesla, but the future of mobility itself. Z-Auto Tech, where innovation meets the road, the future of mobility starts here, only on Z-Auto Tech. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about Elon Musk, Maxwell, Tesla, and the future of innovation. Until next time, keep imagining the impossible.